Rumors to the NFL. Joy Taylor's joining me. Joy, how are you today?
I'm great. That was something last night.
Wow, it was.
A little hard on the eyes.
In Foxborough against Belichick. Start my show today. We know certain things are really important in life. Like if you've ever had car trouble, if you've ever had unreliable transportation, and we all know it's important to have like a reliable car, but man, you can't even quantify how valuable reliable transportation is, and we all know it's valuable, but it's still underrated. It ruins your life. I had a buddy once that got a cavity. He's like, at least if I broke my arm, I could walk around. He goes, I can't think, I can't sleep. You get a cavity, it ruins your life. It's like last night, the Patriots lost at home against the best coach in football history, 38-9. What would Buffalo have won by against Doug Marrone, Mike Mularkey, 51-3? That was against Belichick at home in a standalone game, and it wasn't even competitive. The gap in talent, speed, playmakers. Bill Belichick, if that's not a wake-up call that he needs to give more personnel power to somebody else outside the organization, I don't know what is. They haven't drafted a skill player that made a Pro Bowl in a decade. I think it was Gronk was the last one they drafted, and he retired once. The numbers are staggering. 11 first downs, 200 total yards. Buffalo had almost 500. Buffalo had the ball for 40 minutes. New England 20. Cam passed for 34 yards. And I talk about transportation being underrated, even though you know it's valuable. Let's just admit it this morning. Tom Brady was undervalued. No, I said it. Despite all the credit, despite us knowing how great he was, despite calling him the GOAT, he was undervalued. I'm going to ask you a question. Try to figure out the answer. New England had a top 10 scoring offense last year. How? Their offensive line is better this year. New England was 12-4 last year. Their only losses were to 3 division winners and a really red-hot Miami team at the end. How? They don't have any players. I mean, this whole thing was always, remember, we always argued, it's the system. You'd see these newspaper articles. You'd see these articles in magazines, clearly New England coaches planting them. It's about the system. I want to talk for a second about the system, because the system got a lot of press. I've never met the system. The system is Josh McDaniels, because Belichick lets Josh run the offense. So Josh McDaniels created a system that's very sophisticated. He actually took it to Denver. And so this morning I went and looked up how the system did in Denver. Oh, it was 11-17, fired after 2 years, and in scoring in the NFL, it was 20th and 19th. 20th and 19th. Okay, there are exceptions in life. The system then moved to St. Louis. McDaniels got fired, went to the Rams. Let's see how the system did in scoring. Oh, it was 32nd in the NFL in scoring, dead last. Okay, all right. We'll give him a quarterback. All right, let's give him Cam Newton in the system. He's a former MVP. Oh, they're 28th in scoring. Brady, in 20 years, in the system, was never lower and almost always above 7th. They had a top 10 offense last year with that. This garbage. How? Again, the offensive line is better this year than it was last. And you see the duress sometimes. Cam, who's more mobile than Tom, is under. This system is a bunch of nonsense. Tom Brady is the system. He's the system. Because Tom Brady went down. Everybody talks about Bruce Arians. Oh, first year with Bruce Arians. Everybody struggles. Tom's not. He's going to complete 68% of his throws. His passer rating is going to be over 100. He's going to have like 37 touchdowns and 11 picks. Come on. You tell me. Maybe Bill Belichick, he relies on a system because he's won now 46% of his games without Tom Brady. These numbers are staggering. And Cam Newton, again, former MVP. We never said Cam Newton was Tom Brady. Here are the numbers Tom Brady to Cam Newton. And we went in with realistic expectations for Cam Newton. He didn't get a preseason. He was kind of an odd fit with Belichick, we thought, and Josh McDaniels. Look at the numbers. Brady, 24 touchdowns, 8 picks. Cam, 5 touchdowns, 10 picks. I mean, I'm sorry, but there are certain things in life we know are valuable, and they're still not given enough credit. Tom Brady now qualifies. That and a reliable car.
Coming up next, right here on FS1. So let's head over check in with Colin this morning. Hey, Colin, what's on the show?
I finally discovered last night Tom Brady is underrated. Yes, the last 20 years, Tom Brady is underrated based on what I saw last night. That's coming up.
And they are missing Tom Brady because not much went right for the Patriots during their 38-9 loss to the Bills last night. And Bill Belichick apparently had enough after losing a challenge that he seemingly had no chance to win. Cameras caught Belichick throwing a sideline phone in anger during the blowout. Can you blame him? Shannon, how surprised were you to see Belichick do this?
I'm not surprised at all, Skip. What's his farmer's moniker? Do your job. Replay guy, you got one job upstairs to make sure when I challenge, we win the challenge. That was a catch. And you got me challenging this.